Hi, everybody, and welcome to Coach's Corner. With me, the general manager of the Philadelphia Flyers, Paul Holmgren. And this is part two. As if you were with us last night, we talked about the players that are with the Flyers now. In our segment tonight, we're going to talk about the players that we're going to see in the future. The ones that are already under contract, as well as the ones that might come in June. Let's talk about the guys like Steve Downey. Kind of a controversial player, but having an outstanding year with the Kitchener Rangers. In fact, he's got 92 points in 45 games. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, Steve's had a real good year, and we call him the little powder keg because of the way he plays, and I just think our fans are going to love him. He's a heart and soul player, but he's also got tremendous skills and can do a lot of good things with a puck, so he's a real character player.
This is a guy that's not the biggest in the world, but you say powder keg. I mean, he gets himself in all sorts of different situations.
Yeah, sometimes good and sometimes bad, but I think I'm really looking forward to getting Steve in here and working with him. I think he's got a tremendous heart, as I said, and also a tremendous amount of ability, and I think our Flyer fans are going to really love him.
Now, a player that you got in the trade along with Scotty Upshall is a defenseman with Guelph named Ryan Parent.
Yeah, Ryan's just, because of his skating ability, he's just an excellent defender. I think his upside is probably a stay-at-home guy that's going to play with a real high-end offensive guy, but he can really skate, and he's going to look like he can play for the Flyers next year because of that skating ability. Whether that's right or not developmentally, we'll have to wait and see, but he's a really, really good defenseman that can just flat-out skate.
And last but not least, the guy that was the #1 draft pick of the Flyers last year, Claude Giroux, and he's putting up big numbers, 112 points in Gatineau in the Quebec Junior League.
Yeah, Claude finished 4th in his league in scoring, and just had a tremendous year. He's another guy similar to Downey in size and competitiveness, probably not as tough as Downey, but really, really skilled. And Claude's a funny guy. He's kind of got to make the Flyers next year go back to junior because of his age, but he's another guy that's probably going to look like he could make the Flyers. So we're just extremely happy with his development so far.
Now, these are the guys that we got to look forward to, but now there's the question mark, and this is where everybody's going to be watching Paul Holmgren coming June, because the Flyers will either have #1 and, at the worst, because of the lottery, the #2 pick. And they're the names right now: Patrick Kane, Angelo Esposito, and Kyle Turris, and Alexei Cherepanov. Let's talk about, from the London Knights, Patrick Kane. He's having a heck of a year with the London Knights.
Well, I don't think you have to say much more than 145 points in 58 games. Patrick's just a tremendous offensive player. He's got great vision, and he's got, I hate to put a jinx on him, but he's got Crosby-like ability with strength on his stick, lower body strength, and he's just a real good player.
Now, the guy that was actually ranked #1 most of the year was Angelo Esposito, and he's fallen back a little bit, but still, look at his numbers.
Yeah, Angelo has fallen back, and I think a little of that is just due to the fact that he's missing the big guy he played with last year, who's in Nashville now, Radulov. But he's still a tremendous player, and he can really wow you when he gets the puck.
And a guy that you talked about earlier is with a team with Burnaby, actually, in the BC Hockey League, which is a junior league, but not Junior A. Now, he's going to move on this year to college, and you kind of liked him earlier.
Yeah, Kyle's a good player. He's going to go to Wisconsin next year, and you can see his numbers there as well. Those aren't bad either. But he's a real competitive kid, plays a good two-way game. He's got to fill out. I saw him just a couple weeks ago. He looked like he wasn't wearing shin pads, but he really was.
That's a bad sign that his legs are that skinny. And last but not least, Alexei Cherepanov, the #1 guy coming out of Europe.
Yeah, another guy that can really wow you with his skill and his skating ability. And Alexei's he's up and down. If you catch him on the wrong night, you can walk out shaking your head. But if you catch him on the right night, he's a joy to watch. So those are 4 real good prospects and guys that we're probably going to be looking right at.
Well, for Flyers fans, it certainly looks like it's looking pretty good on the other side. So, Paul Holmgren, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations on your new deal, and we'll talk a little bit down the road with these players.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Coach's Corner. We'll see you next time.